and being unfairly strong. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah. The
what you're
Protostars is
going for?
represented in the cup because they win everything. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
pretty simple like that.
That's what I thought. You did intentionally make Protoss OP and Starbow, I am assuming, so that way, all the Protoss players would feel right at home.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Just making sure.
So
I mean, that
without
makes sense.
without further ado, in the top right corner, oh, why did I introduce this guy again? It's watzkuh, and he's currently up 1-0. Let's do the Hearthstone stuff, man. I mean the game heart, man.
Let's do the Hearthstone stuff. In the bottom left corner of our screen, we have the loser of Mutalisks, but the potential winner of this game. Looking for a comeback, we have Dragonei.
Dragonei, and interestingly enough, Akutz is going to go for a pile-on in his main base this time, and it's not going to go for a Forge Fast Expand. Um, I guess you could arguably say that Forge Fast Expand actually didn't work for him that well last game, because he got a little bit lucky, let's just put it that way. He was very far behind, and he found a good timing. His opponent didn't micro those Mutalisks, and so maybe mixing it up now would actually be good, and he's not going to put down a gateway.
Yeah, we have a really early drone scout, which is cool. Is that a common thing for Zergs?
Uh, yes, I guess you can try and deny Nexus this way, which is kind of nice because Nexus first is so common, or early Nexus, and he's actually...
Oh! He's gonna get the Nexus down. Did he go to the natural?
So risky from Vakut's. Like, imagine his opponent doing like an 8 pool or a 6 pool or even like a 10 pool. Like, you don't even have a wall. Like, now he's gonna start the wall. It's gonna be so late, and then the Zerglings could just deny the Nexus. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Absolutely. I mean, the pool's down first. He's gonna have access to Zerglings. It doesn't look like he's banking up any larva for the time being to make some sort of a big Zergling plume, as it is often said by the Tastosis. But yeah, I feel like he could go in there and mess things up quite a bit. I mean, the gateway's 3/4 of the way done at this point. He is making 2 gates, though.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the aggressive style. Now, is this drone going to be a hatchery? That's a stupid question, though.
Well, I mean,
of course,
forward hatchery right on the side of the Nexus.
Of course, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, Dragonei go for very early gas. Now, I think I'm just gonna throw this out there. He might try and go for a Hydro Bust, like a 2-base Hydro Bust, because this is a very early gas. But very early gas isn't that uncommon, though. I'm just gonna throw it out there, and then I can shake my head if I'm wrong, or be very proud of myself if I'm right.
Well, I mean, that is usually the two things that happen. Being wrong or right, and then being happy and or sad, depending on the situation. He's going to try to deny the scout. He does. Who knows, if he has the gas or not. He's not putting any workers in. There we go. Mineral murder! He's murdering minerals.
He should have dialed that number for you. Now,
he should dial that number late.
He should. And when it comes to what you said earlier about, either you're right or you're wrong, it's called complementary sets in math, and
that's good.
I was going to say something more about that, but I think I'm going to lose more viewers if I do, so I'm just going to stop right now.
All right. That's fair enough. Just so everyone knows you're not bad at math. Continuing on.
Yes, yeah, I just have to establish that fact. Master's degree. Master's degree. Okay, so we have Zealots coming in, and we only have Enraged Queens to defend here, which is...
and that Queen is running out of Enrage energy right now.
She is.
35 energy. It takes a little while to build up, so... I mean, he's not going to have 2 queens fighting this. He's just going to be one at a time.
It is, and he's going to use the other queen just to be annoying as best as he can. But I like that. Zealots, one chasing the queen, a couple trying to kill off drones. But Kutz is going to do some nice early damage here.
Yeah, this is some really scary stuff. Now, I don't know about the reacting to the greedy play from Dragonei. He didn't really do too much to take advantage of that Nexus first. Going for the Hydralisk Den, he did tech up quite a bit, but he's going to lose his natural, I think.
He has 2 Enrages now. Okay, he's only using one of them. I don't know why he doesn't bring both the queens down, just trying to finish this with these Zealots as fast as possible. He's a little bit... I think he's choking a little bit now. It's unfortunately sad to see. Okay, Hydra's incoming now. Hydras will be good if they have some protection, but they're very naked and alone, and they don't feel so good.
Yeah, and he's moving across the map 2 Zealots at a time. He's going to meet them up together, and it's going to be 4 Zealots versus, I don't know, this Enrage is just about done. It has room for 1 more. Looks like he's going to wait for 6, and in the meantime, he's building a cybernetics core. So it looks like he's going to be transitioning out of this, moving up into some tech play.
Yeah, in the meantime,
nice
though...
play by Dragonei, though. He saved this hatchery.
Yeah, that is actually really nice, and he actually got a third base up behind this. I didn't even notice that until just now, and that was starting before this pressure happened, though. So I don't think he would have tried to get that up if it was in the middle of this. But he's gonna stabilize a little bit. That third base is not gonna be utilized for a while, though, just because he doesn't really have the workers to do so. But he's gonna sneak down a couple.
At this point in time, is the larva from that base still useful, though? Yeah.
Yes, the larva from the base is useful, and it's actually very useful that he's just making 3 drones there, because as long as you don't have 8 or more drones at a base, they're super effective. They're more effective than the rest of the workers, so this is going to give him some nice effective income.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing a really good job about splitting up his workers and sending them to the right base. He doesn't have more than 8 workers at any point in time, so his economy is doing much, much better.
Yeah, this is interesting. If you look at the harvester count, you see watzkuh has 32 harvesters and Dragonei only has 20, but they're almost the same in income tab just because he's spread out on more bases. So those...
You know how much I love efficiency. It makes me super happy.
Yes. It's true. No need to dial that number anymore. So, Hydra speed on the way. So this is not a Hydra bust anymore. It's too late for that. This is just some Hydra pressure. But it's going to be a good Hydra pressure though. But that's so many Zealots. But Zealot leg speed isn't even started. Well, it is, but it's barely started now. And that's kind of a result of this early Zealot pressure. So this might be a reverse of last game where watzkuh seems ahead and he might fall under some pressure. We'll see though.
Yeah, well, you know, there's going to be this nice window of time where Dragonei can just come in here and do some kiting against the Zealots because his speed has finished. And he'll be able to, I mean, we got 2.91 versus 2.25. Yeah, so he's got the range advantage, he's got the speed advantage, so he can kite these Zealots all day until those legs finish up.
It's true, Hydras do have longer range than melee. So, yeah. Sorry,
just by a little bit.
Just by a tad.
Just by a small amount. It's very, you know what? It's a subtle thing. Not many people notice it, but it's true. They actually have a longer range, which allows them to do this technique that's called kiting.
Yeah.
Stalker's coming in though. Got that bonus damage to.
Oh God. Sorry, go ahead.
This is gonna be a scary situation. The speed is done. He's making a big push. The Stalkers do pretty well against these Hydralisks, and he's on full retreat, taking damages, and the Paras is just having a field day with this. No damage is taken from the Paras at all.
See, this is the thing about Stalkers, though, is that only just a handful of Stalkers with a really strong army makes sure that your retreating opponent is going to lose more units than he wants to because the blink is so speedy and effective. But these, now I think we got a critical mass of Hydras now. These are just going to chase watzkuh away, and he's going to try and go for it. He's going to see some kiting here. This is some more stutter stepping than kiting, though, to be honest, and that doesn't work so well when you have speed lots. But very nice bringing out the queens.
Oh, nice positioning on the queen, using them. There are a lot more hit points to buffer around. They also deal quite a bit of damage when they're enraged. It looks like he's going to save his third again. Another pressure from watzkuh that is not doing very much damage at all. Oh, nice! I love this. Pulls one Zealot off to the side while he controls this area. He's actually going to kill all these drones. So a bit of damage after all. A little bit of miscontrol there. But yeah, looks like the hatcheries, the Hydralisks are not going to be enough to stem the bleeding. Will he be able to save the third hatch?
That's a very important question right now. We have 7 more Hydralisks in the way, but he's fighting up on high ground, and every Hydra that pops out of this hatch is instantly going to be killed, and you can kill the Stalkers quite easily if they get enraged and they don't blink away, but the Zealots are a lot beefier, and they're going to be much more difficult to deal with. And we have this dance back and forth now. If he loses this hatchery, though, I feel this game might be over.
He's definitely in a really difficult position right now. Just pumping out Hydras, no tech, no extra drones or anything like that. In the meantime, Frost in the back, putting on 4 more gateways, getting up to High Templar. It's a really rough situation, and I'm assuming that Starbow is similar to Brood War in that Storm is good, and it is scary.
Storm is good. We made sure, you know, when we designed Star Wars, like, how do we want Storm, good or bad? And we decided on good. So
I like that. I like that decision, you know, and it's pretty difficult. Good, bad, you know. There's
game design, man.
Pros and cons, you know. Do we want it to be good or bad, you know? And I mean, that's an hour conversation at least right there.
So we have, like, you know, StarCraft 2 Zergling, bad. Starbow Zergling, good, you know. So yeah, it was a difficult decision to make.
Yeah, you know, good beats bad most of the time, but sometimes something bad beats good. You hear streamers say it all the time, you know, when they get beaten and they say, "Oh, the other player's so bad." It's like, well, it looks like bad beat good. kind of weird.
And I think they're always right too.
Well, yeah, that's how it works actually. You are always right. That's the important thing to remember when you're playing a competitive game. Nice little setup with a concave. I don't know if it's going to be enough though. This Archon still, gets his first hits off, but he's, you know, they're doing a little dance in the back. They're not getting too much done. Time is, and that's it. The GG is thrown down.
And watzkuh is surprisingly taking this series 2-0 because I was reading chat earlier and they were like, oh, Dragonei's got this easy peasy, but no, he did